So right now I have Maurice Morton, but Mo of Tusk. And Tusk is something very unique.
Definitely.
So I'm gonna let you tell some of this story of
Cool.
what Tusk Liquor is and how it came about.
Okay, well, let's start with how it started.
Yeah.
So we inherited land from my grandfather, right? That was purchased in 1906.
Wow.
By his great grandparents.
Wait,
right?
time out. We gonna stop. You said you inherited land from your grandparents.
Yeah, from my grandfather, which is my mom and my aunt and uncles out there, as their dad.
Okay, so grandfather and their great.
His great grandparents, who were not only married the year slavery was abolished, who then, because once slavery was over, everybody went to sharecropping, right? So some of the land that they actually worked on as slaves and sharecrop, they went and purchased when they had an opportunity to.
Wow.
Right? So then after that, they continued to pass the land down through generations. And then once it got to my grandfather, he passed away in 2007. He made my mom on his deathbed promise him that she would never ever sell this land.
Wow.
That she would never let anything happen to the land. Nobody take it from us. Nobody, do anything. Don't try to make money off it. Make money with it. You know what I'm saying? So in 2019, my aunt decided to go down to just check on the land, make sure nobody was squatting or just try to move on the land and try to set up because nobody had been down there for years, So on that journey, on that trip, her and my cousin went together. My cousin, she was like, Auntie, what we gonna do with the land? So my aunt's like, I'll probably just retire, come down here, move to the, down here to
Vacation
the country.
Space.
Yeah, just create something for the kids and grandkids to come down to. So my cousin was like, why don't we just start a hemp farm with the land? So my aunt was like, nah, I don't want to be no drug dealer. We ain't gonna be no cartel families.
Yeah.
But she didn't really understand the education of what hemp was versus marijuana. You know what I'm saying? So then when she got educated, she talked to her son. She said, okay, well, let's do it. So she was working for the federal government for 35 years, retired.
Wow.
Within 30 days of coming up with this idea, she retired, took her retirement money along with the rest of the family, investing into ourselves, and she moved down to the farm down there.
Wait, time out. This is heavy because this is like the story of like collectively what many families speak about.
Yeah.
Like families coming together around a business idea in America as America engages us in business, whether we want to be passive about it or aggressive about
Exactly.
it. And your family went about it very aggressively.
Exactly.
On something that was passed down through generations.
Bro. And it's crazy because, like I said, she moved down to the farm. And it's crazy because we got all of our licensing, everything processed in October of 2019, November. Of course, everybody know 2020 came. We had this massive pandemic, right? So, but we still kept pushing. We planted our seeds and said we still going to just experiment with the grow and just see, because we first time hemp growers, all of us. I've been a cannabis enthusiast, pretty much my whole life. But just being in the business aspect of it, of growing, being a grower, is totally different. You know what I'm saying? So I just, we did it. We grew at the first time we grew. I think we did 2 acres, right? We did 2 acres of hemp. And so we had all this hemp grain seeds just laying around. We didn't know what to do with them. We were trying to like sell it to Levi's to make clothes, because you can make 50,000 products with hemp grain seed, right?
Wow.
Over 50,000 products. So we just said, man, what we gonna do with this? So my cousin, just doing all this research, he found out about highway vodka, right? And he said, man, you think we can do something like this with our seeds? I said, I'm sure we can if we find somebody. Then I thought about it. My guy who was here, I went to school with, his name is Ray from Whiskey Right, who is another whiskey brand that's here, black-owned whiskey from the D.C. area. I called him up. I said, man, check out this article, man. Do you think y'all can do this with our seeds? He said, man, yeah, let's try something. So we initially were going to do a whiskey, right, or bourbon, but with the aging of it, with the years, we just thought that we wanted to try to do something that we can capitalize on now. So they came back to us and said, man, look, we can do the same process with a vodka or rum.
Wow.
So well, let's try it.
Yeah.
So they start creating formulas and letting me taste them and start doing some taste testing and experimenting. And that's literally how Tusk, it just went from an idea of an article to a phone conversation to now being in the bottle, bro.
Okay, now that is like such a powerful story, and I'm glad that you had the runway to share what Detroit is different about this.
Definitely.
Though we're connecting with another chocolate city when we think about it. The
man.
DC, DMV area. Yeah. We very
similar. We definitely similar, man. Just being here for the weekend and riding around, man. It's like, man, it feel like I'm home for real.
I know. It's like that look like my cousin.
Yeah, man. It's crazy.
It's like what do I tell my sister sometimes? It's like, you feel like you at home when you within a like 4-mile radius of a you buy we fry establishment.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
No question.
So we changing that in the neighborhood.
For sure,
but,
man. Let's do it.
This whole concept coming together, bringing the family together. What has it been like connecting, doing a business venture with your family? Because oftentimes, especially the American ideology is like, money and blood don't mix. Money and blood don't mix. How has the family come together and seen this as an asset and work together?
Well, it's been rough. I ain't gonna lie. We have our moments where we don't all agree, but you sometimes have to agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? But we all understand the bigger goal that's at stake. We creating something not only for my mother and my generation, but for my sons and my daughter and then their kids to come. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at it on a grander scale. Like, we all understand that we have the ability to break generational curses, but while creating generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? So we're doing both of those together and understanding how powerful that is. To be honest, bro, before everything we do, even coming here, before we came, we prayed, bro. You know what I'm saying? We put God first in everything we do, and we know as long as He got us, we good. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be a rough journey. We're gonna get knocked off your pivot. You're gonna have people that's gonna doubt you. People gonna tell you, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. But those naysayers are just ones just mad that I look at it. They don't have your idea, so they don't want you to succeed at it.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So you just got to keep pushing, because if you ain't got nobody talking about you, you ain't doing something right in my eyes. You know what I'm saying?